Okay. All right, guys. Good morning. I say that because it's the middle of the night. I wanted to accompany the email with a video to kind of talk a little bit about what you're seeing here. I'm releasing the first part of my fall dates. I have more coming up in November into December. I'm a super busy guy. I'm staying local here in the fall for a couple of reasons, um, and and because of that, I'm actually doing a couple of very kind of cool things. I have a lot of private events too that aren't actually public in the calendar, but I wanted to walk you through a little bit about what's going on. First of all, I've dropped my rate, my reading rate. I went from 300 to 200, and I can't simultaneously comment on or even complain about how there's corporate greed when I say I just raise my prices because I'm reactionary to this. Can I survive? I don't know. I do okay. Um, can you support me in the events? Absolutely. Could you get a reading? Absolutely. I don't mind working for it. That's the part that a lot of people don't seem to remember, that you have to actually do work to earn things. Go figure, right? But I wanted to let you know that it was also because I think a lot of people are feeling it now. I think this inflationary stuff and all that jazz is out there. It's in the chart. Does it get better eventually? But we got some time, so I think it's the right move, because the work that I do is something that I can say, hey, I can do this, but I'll only do it if you pay me too much, or whatever the deal is. I think I have a reasonable rate, though, and I think most people find it beneficial. Also wanted to talk about the events, some of the events that I have coming up. I have some pre-family events coming up. I'm going to be doing some tarot reading for New York Power Authority sponsored thing. I'm also going to be doing what we used to call a connections fair, although we don't really have that anymore. But it's kind of a little bit of a garage sale. We're going to have the crystals out. They're kind of slashed. They're priced to move. I'm okay with it. It's kind of where it's at anymore. The shop, I've tried a couple of different things, and I still have it sitting around. So I'm like, why don't you buy some of this stuff? Um, but a couple of things that I'm really, at least in the first half of the fall schedule, I'm going to be sporting a couple of three different art centers. There's the Oneida Art Center out in Sylvan Beach. I was out there over the summer. It's a great place. I'm also going to be in a new venue for me, which is down in Hudson, which is the Park Theater. It's a small little theater, but we can get, I don't know what you said, 40, 50 people in there. It's a very kind of simple thing with the stage and everything else, but it's served home for a lot of different things over the year. It just got renovated after years of neglect. And so I'm supporting them as a bit of a fundraiser for them as well. They're going to have their tickets up soon, as well as the Glove out in Gloversville. Those of you that are local to upstate New York know exactly the theater I'm talking about. I was approached by their talent committee to do some work out there, and I am honored to do so, and I'm happy to do it. And again, this is to benefit small local community theaters. I'll also be at the LBH Center, which is, James Joseph, who was on the podcast. He's a fantastic soul. I have one other possible thing that we're going to be doing in Glens Falls, but I'm doing some book signings too. I was part of this really cool high vibrational wellness book. If you click on my links there, you're going to see it there, how to get it. Of course, funny you should say that. It's still selling strong, man. I'm still impressed how many people are still buying it every week. If you don't have your copy, go get it. I'm going to have those at all of the events as well. But, and also 10th House Publishers. There's not too much of this in this email, but there will be in some more. We have some pretty incredible books coming out that are ready for publish. Editor-in-chief Daryl Mountford, who also edited my book. She was also the catalyst to open up 10th House Publishers when we realized that the third party that we had used ignored all of our edits. And we said, oh no, we need more control than that, which springed into a new company, and I'm happy to be a part of this. 2 great books coming out, one of them from a Gen Zer and one of them from the Greatest Generation. I love that we're kind of spanning all of that. I'll have more of it in the future. I'm going to have them on the podcast as well. And I hope you guys are enjoying the videos on YouTube. I'm pulling apart the astrology of what's going on in the political race, and I'm telling you, there's just so much stuff there's a lot of curveballs coming. There's going to be a lot of stunts pulled, and there's going to be a lot of nonsense, and whoever can draw the straight line from start to finish will be the president. And right or wrong, I'm not. And by the way, don't think I'm really picking a side, because we're still in the quandary that we're in. We're in the energy shift. And notice that if you really want to argue, you're going to find people that will argue. I just proved it on Facebook. It was kind of funny. But anyways, guys, I want to thank you guys for the support. I want you guys to take note of what I'm doing here. It's important because I think this work, the mediumship world, is going to be kind of critical for people to start to cope some things, because you don't have those mechanisms after somebody passes. And I think we're going to be triggered quite a bit here in the future. And I would be remiss if I didn't address the pricing thing. So pricing down, events are out, support me in that way. Also going to be doing a live on Tuesday night in just a couple of hours on the 20th. Anyways, click that on below. You can see it on your favorite platform, primarily YouTube and Facebook. Instagram only lets me broadcast for an hour, which is whatever. I just can't even. I can't even. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for the support. I appreciate you guys. Oh, and I have a ton of things that are about to get rolled out. This was the first part. You got to do this before I head on vacation here at the end of August. And when I come back, I'll be renewed and refreshed and ready to become the best version of myself. Have you heard any of my meditations? Anyways. All right, guys, heart taps. Thanks so much for the support and keeping me going in all of this. And keep going. I know I will.